Wow, Fwewix. Fwip, Fwop, Fwewix. Well, Flip Flop Felix has shown why we all call him Flip Flop Felix in the last few hours. He's gone totally full fucking retard. Well, he's always retard, but more so than normal. This rent boy who is clearly scorned. He's clearly jealous. He clearly overrated himself and thought that we were in Truth or Wars because we wanted to be fucking round him. Mad cunt. I've laughed my head off now, I'll tell you, and yeah, I am smoking a blunt at this time of the morning. My daughter's in school, so I can do that. We laughed at Fiction Fighter when she was crying because nobody went to her birthday party. You all recall she had a drunken fucking breakdown because people hadn't gone to her birthday hangout. Well, this is funnier, Felix, because it don't matter which way you cut this. 4 times you invited me to your community. Twice I accepted and twice I left off my own steam, and the other 2 times I declined your invitation, even though you had gone against your online girlfriend Sebastian and you had stated that Sebastian would leave us alone. We declined to come back in. And then you decided that you could tell me who I couldn't speak to. So when you then messaged me, you tried to turn me into having a fight with Forrest Jameson. I ain't a fucking puppet, and if I was going to be a puppet, it wouldn't be your puppet. I don't fucking dance to anybody's tune. I dance to my own tune. I don't get told who I should and shouldn't speak to. I don't jump on a bandwagon because I feel comfortable in a crowd. I'm happy to dine alone. I know what I bring to the table, but I don't dine alone. I've got 2 really good friends here who I would trust babysitting my children. The Boohoo Effect and Pam. I would trust them implicitly. We share things with each other, like photographs of my daughter's wedding. I've seen photographs of Gam's husband, of her wedding, of her children, of her grandchildren. She's seen mine. She's seen where I live. She knows where I live. I have her address. She has my address. She sends me things from America. I send her things from Britain, things that she can't get over there. We share loads. Equally, I have webcams with the Boohoo Effect. I know exactly what he looks like. I've had photographs of the Boohoo Effect because the thing with us is this. We often disagree and we often fall out, but we don't stab each other in the back. We don't then post all the things that we've shared. We don't record each other. We are safe. We are a tight-knit team. We've been here 7 years, and in those 7 years, we have done a lot of damage. Boohoo Effect was responsible mainly for the Bubba Effect running away and hiding, because it was the Boohoo Effect who ripped the video from his channel and had the good sense to record it on the Bubba Effect channel. He was alongside that with me. He doxed Michael Schweizer, which then led to Annie Schweizer. Gam has doxed Katie Childers. It was me and Gam who found the mugshot that nobody else was finding. We were the ones who brought that to the table. What else have we got under our belts? We've got Mindy Ward. We've now got Molly Alexander, Casey Alexander. We've got Shelley Sojourn, the sister of Felicia Myers, or Felicia Shirtler, which people inner circles don't like us to use the word shirtler because that's the name she was prosecuted in for neglecting her children, which kind of explains why they're so pissed off at Von. Projection, you see, they can't help it, but I digress. You, an hour before you started to attack me, you were posting, oh, I like Tracy and Pam and all this shit, and the 24 hours before you were saying they're coming back to the forum and if they want to post, but we didn't want to come back to your forum, and that stung you. But then you tried to make me have an argument with Forrest Jameson. You tried to make out that Forrest was in with Katie. Well, if you knew the things that Forrest was sending me and Cam, you would know that there is no way in hell that he is in cahoots with Katie. Because he just wouldn't send those stuff. There is no way Katie would agree to or allow or stomach us having the things we have. The only reason we're not posting them is because it is not beneficial at this moment to post them, and we may not even use them on YouTube. So when the trolls get a hold of them, we might just, what we're about to embark upon this weekend, it might just stay that way. But in any event, I know Forrest Jameson is not getting anything out of me. All the giving is coming from him to me. Now I'm sure that, and I said this before, and I said it a few weeks ago, and I said it about you as well, Felix. I said, I'm sure, given the opportunity, Forrest Jameson would still be trolling us if it hadn't gone tits up with Tiffany and Katie. I ain't stupid, but it doesn't suit me to hold a grudge with Forrest. It is more beneficial for me to have him as an ally. I don't mind the guy, he's not fucking doing me any harm. He's apologised to Gam. If she's happy to let go of what he did, that's fine. I gave Forrest as good as I got. Forrest trolled me and I fucking trolled him straight back. So I don't think that me being friendly with Forrest is any different to me being friendly with you. You've stabbed me in the back several times, Felix. Several times I've helped you out, and several times, like the flip-flop that you are, you'll then turn for no reason. Now this time you got a reason. I hurt your Fwewix. Fwewix. Fwip, Fwewix got his Fwewix hurt. That's what this is all about. You thought we would fucking jump and think, oh yeah, Felix is going to let us back in his fucking community. Like fuck, we were only in there to fucking piss Katie off, you fucking clown, seriously. We can fucking post just as effective shit on our own fucking pages. We don't need to be part of some community. We don't need to run with a gang. I'm not going to be told by some jumped up, balding little red boy who I can and can't talk to. If I want to befriend Forrest, regardless of what he's done, what's the difference? Me befriending Forrest to befriending you. Look at the shit you've done. So this is just sour grapes on your part, Felix. Because as I said an hour before, you were fucking singing my praises. A few hours before that, you were going against the wishes of your own moderator, overriding him to have us in your forum. But we didn't want to fucking be there. You had served your purpose. We had pissed Katie off. We got the reaction. We knew that she would come out of hiding and that we thought she would use a sock, but she used Christopher. And when we found that video, we knew for certainty that Katie and Christopher were playing together, because why else would Katie be shown in the video messaging him about a hangout? Now, interestingly, she wanted Christopher to go in the hangout, and we all know that so that it would cover the fact that she is also using 8-Bit Mafia, but yet she won't come in herself. Do you know, I'd feel a shithouse if a woman was fronting me up and saying, come on then, UK troll, let's have it, and I had to hide behind Boohoo Effect and say, no, you go in there, go and do this. I would feel a shithouse. I'd be embarrassed, but she's not, because previously she's had to hide behind Amber Linkhouse, Stephanie Souls, who else is she? Viper, and look how it ends up every fucking time. 7 years on, I'm still here, showing my face, using my audio, happy to front people up. She had 1 year out of hiding, the year that I wasn't here, and the minute I came back, she closed her Google Plus, and then she went into socks and hid. So I'm effective. I don't need anything. I've been here 7 years, and I am literally unfucking beatable. It don't matter what you throw at me, I'm not going to back down. But equally, a jumped up little rent boy who has holidays off dirty old men is not going to tell me who I can and can't speak to. I don't roll like that. Seriously, I'm my own person. And I knew that you would become angry, and I knew that you would kick off, and I knew that you would troll me, but I didn't give a fuck. I ain't going to be fucking led by the nose by a little balding jerk like you. You're fucking mad. Katie would have more chance of fucking leading me by the nose than you, Felix. You're fucking feeble. You're pathetic. You jumping on any bandwagon. You're just a little bit more of an articulate I'm a redhead. You're not as nice looking as you think. I've got a fucking skinny concave chest. I'm allowed to look a bit battered. I'm in my 50s. I've had 4 children. But you, all you do is get taken on holiday by dirty old men. You should be looking fucking gorgeous. No worries. You're not aging very well, Felix. I'm fucking telling you now. And your childish tantrum is very unbecoming. Because we're going to go back to it. You invited us to your forum 4 times. Twice we came, twice we left, and twice we fucking turned our nose up at your invitation. And like Fiction Fighter, I had a little crying breakdown because nobody went to her party. You got all fucking butthurt. Now as for Doug, Doug hasn't done anything to me. I have no reason to attack Doug. I'm not one of those people who I have to do what the gang's doing, or somebody can tell me what to do. I do what the fuck I like, and I will speak to Doug when I like. Doug can speak to me when he likes. I will speak to Forrest as much as I like and when I like. And if Katie only knew the things that I was in possession of, she would realise that sending fucking Christopher, it's not having any effect. We're not stopping. You've had worse kicking in this 2 days, Katie, because we were off going to be sorting out fucking Molly and that. We were leaving you on the back burner. So hiding behind Christopher didn't do you any good at all. Now, we're not going to fight with you, Katie, on YouTube. I've told you this. We've told you that this fight now, we've exposed you on YouTube. We've made you the laughing stock on YouTube. This fight now, we are going to do what you have done with us. And the fact that you have admitted that your sister allowed you to use her IP address to troll a fellow veteran, a Marine who was in the last days of his life, I think that people in the Marine forums and in Raceland, Kentucky, and all around have a right to know that somebody who plays the disabled war veteran card often, and you, Katie, you're always saying my disabled war veteran sister, was actually trolling a fucking dying old man. Now, that to me is in the public interest. And bet your fucking life is going to go out into the public domain. You see, in that 18 months while I was nursing my dad and my mother and my sister, you felt all safe to come out. And you even created yourself a little Google Plus. And on there, you put the Molly recording, your audio, your foul mouth, the same foul mouth that you speak in front of children. And oh, by the way, I made a call to Child Protection Services there, and I told them that I was very concerned for the kind of shit your children were hearing. I also told them about your little online spat with Forrest Jameson. And I told them how you were goading him and trying to provoke him to physically assault you, kind of putting your children at risk. And they gave me an email address, and I sent them the restraining order that you posted can only have come from you, Katie Childers, and we posted the audio of you with Fiction Fighter admitting, you said, oh, my children know, they know all about this, and you were talking about bestiality and things. Now, here's what I find particularly interesting on a change of note from old fucking rent boy Fwewix. Isn't it funny that you managed to get a restraining order on Forrest Jameson, but yet you state that Gam and Boohoo Effect have photoshopped your children onto animals having sex, but you never managed to get a restraining order on them, not even a police report, nothing. Isn't that funny? Because it's bullshit. Isn't it funny how all the people you claim have stalked your children and all the things you claim have happened, but the only restraining order you have is by default on Forrest Jameson because he breached his probation and shouldn't have been online. I think that fact alone tells everybody what a lying little cunt you are, Katie. Because if you can get an injunction on Forrest Jameson for what you got the injunction on, surely if Gam or Boohoo Effect had done the things that you said, you'd have been able to get a restraining order on them. They'd have been locked up. But it's funny, isn't it? The only restraining order was on Forrest Jameson. So, back to you, Flip Flop Felix. You sound like Sylvester Stallone's mother. And if you grew your hair, that's exactly what you'd look like. There is no way you're hetero. I don't give a fuck if you flag this video. You can flag it. Once people have listened to it, they're not going to unhear it. And I'm not lying. Everything I'm saying is backed up. People saw you in your community saying, I like UK Troll, I like Gam. They can come back. They saw that. And then they saw you trying to tell me that I shouldn't speak to Forrest Jameson and then trying to make me go after Doug. Why should I? I ain't your fucking puppet. But you're a fucking puppet because look, Sebastian got exactly what he wants. Katie thinks at this moment she's got what she wants. But when Heather is put on blast, because we've also got the forum posts where Katie introduces her sister into the forum. Now remember, in this forum, Katie was spreadsheeting people. She was posting at people's nude. She was blackmailing married men. And his sister was there. So we know her sister is party and complicit in the activities that Katie does. We have the Viper conversation where she says, oh, I'm over at Heather's using Heather's internet while she was stalking a dying war veteran. So, Katie, it might have appeared to you that you were pulling some shit and you were getting away with it. I don't need to fucking prove what's going on. I only have to know in myself. And we know, because we know you of old, Katie. Now, Sebastian keeps saying, no, Katie isn't Puna. No, the original Puna, but then Katie came along and took over the Puna handle, and as Forrest fangirl, and Forrest has confirmed this, she was making the squirting videos. She fapped online with Forrest Jameson for over a year. He says he was always drunk, and that he didn't really dawn on him that she never showed her face. But how ugly must she be, ugly and fat, that she would rather show off her genitals than put her face or her body out there. You see, now she can say, oh, but I'm not going to put anything because you'll only save it and control. Well, you've seen how me and Gam will put up a photo and we'll put a smiley face over the top of our thing. She can't do that because she's a bloater. Viper accidentally saw her when her webcam switched on, and he described her as a big fucker with a big double chin. And we all know that she photoshopped my teeth. Now, my teeth haven't had any work on them. They're the exact same teeth that I have had all my fucking life. And I will have for the rest of my life. Now, we know that Katie projects her fatness onto me because you can quite plainly see that I'm not fat. We know that Katie projects her child stalking activities on me and other people. But we also know with certainty that Katie's got rotten teeth. Katie has little yellow rotten teeth. And that's why in all the known images there are of her, she won't open her mouth and smile. Because she's got rotten little stumpy teeth. And that is why she fapped with Forrest Jameson for a year without ever showing anything other than her dirty, pissy snatch. So there we go. Felix, I'm very fucking flattered that you've had such a kick-off because I didn't want to come to your community. I find you a bigger joke than Fiction Fighter crying because nobody went to her hangout. At least her and fucking Jennifer were drunk. And they're women, you expect that kind of shit out of them. But then again, you're quite like a woman, aren't you? Because you get taken on holidays by dirty old men and brought off with gifts. A bit like some women, eh, Tiffany? Anyway, that's it from me. See you later.